It was just another ordinary day at Lincoln High School. The auditorium smelled of old wood and dust. The heavy red curtains swayed slightly with the air conditioning, and the chatter of hundreds of students filled the room with restless energy. The event was the school's annual talent show. Every year, students signed up to showcase their skills: singing, dancing, comedy, magic tricks, even poetry. For some, it was a chance to shine. For others, it was just a chance to laugh. But this year, something different was about to happen. At the very back of the sign-up list, scribbled in small, shaky handwriting, was the name Daniel Parker. Daniel was 12 years old. He was small for his age, thin, with short, curly hair, and always wore dark sunglasses. Everyone at school knew him, not because he was popular, but because he was different. Daniel was blind. His father worked as a mechanic. His mother cleaned offices late at night. They didn't have much money, but they had love, and they always told Daniel that blindness did not mean weakness. His ears were his eyes. His heart was his strength. But in school, children weren't always kind. Some mocked him, others ignored him, and a few pretended to be his friend only to laugh behind his back. When Daniel signed up for the talent show, some of the students snickered. "Daniel, what's he gonna do? Trip over the stage?" one boy whispered. Another laughed. "Maybe he'll juggle in the dark." By the time the rumor spread, almost everyone in school believed Daniel was signing up as a joke. And when the day of the talent show finally arrived, the entire auditorium buzzed with excitement, but also expectation. They weren't expecting to be amazed. They were expecting to be entertained by Daniel's failure. The lights dimmed. The host announced each act. Dancers spun on stage. A magician pulled rabbits from a hat. A comedian told silly jokes. The crowd clapped politely, cheered at the good acts, and laughed at the bad ones. Then came the moment. "Next we have Daniel Parker." The audience erupted in whispers. Heads turned. Some even chuckled. And then, slowly, Daniel walked onto the stage. He wore his father's oversized jacket. It hung loosely on his thin frame. His sunglasses hid his nervous eyes. His cane tapped the wooden floor softly as he approached the microphone. The spotlight followed him, making him look even smaller under its harsh glow. 400 pairs of eyes were watching him. Daniel gripped the microphone with both hands. He could feel the weight of the crowd's silence pressing down on him. He swallowed hard. His lips trembled. In the front row, one boy muttered, just loud enough for others to hear, "This is going to be funny." Daniel heard it. His ears caught every sound, every whisper, every breath, and for a moment, he thought about walking off the stage. But then, he remembered his mother's words from the night before. "Daniel," she had said, holding his face gently in her hands, "you don't need eyes to see the world. You just need courage to show the world what's inside you." So he took a deep breath, and then he began to sing. At first, the sound was soft, almost shaky, like a candle flickering against the wind. But within seconds, his voice grew stronger, deeper, fuller. A sound so pure and powerful, it seemed to echo beyond the walls of the auditorium. It wasn't just singing, it was storytelling. Every note carried emotion. Every word carried truth. His voice soared high and clear, then dipped low and rich, weaving a melody that wrapped around every single person in that room. The crowd went silent. The boys who had mocked him froze. The girls who had whispered stared with wide eyes. Teachers leaned forward, mouths slightly open. Even the principal, sitting stiffly in the back, wiped a tear from his cheek. Daniel sang as if his entire soul was pouring out of him. He sang of pain, of hope, of dreams unseen but felt. He sang of nights in darkness, of searching for light, and of believing in yourself even when no one else does. When he finally reached the last notes, the sound hung in the air like magic. For a heartbeat, the world was still. And then, the entire auditorium erupted in thunderous applause. Students leapt to their feet. Teachers clapped until their hands ached. Some cried openly, their shoulders shaking with emotion. Daniel stood there, frozen, unsure. He couldn't see the standing ovation, but he could hear it. He could feel it. The stomping feet, the clapping hands, the shouts of his name. Daniel, Daniel, Daniel. For the first time in his life, Daniel wasn't the blind boy. He wasn't the kid they pitied. He wasn't the joke. He was a star. And that night, as his parents hugged him tightly, tears streaming down their faces, Daniel realized something powerful. People might laugh at you. They might doubt you. They might expect you to fail. But if you dare to show the world your true voice, you just might leave it speechless.